All right, we are now being joined by Norbert Novenyi Jr. We will field a few questions from within the room once again before opening up to the media. Please remember to click the raise hand function if you have a question.
So Norbert, it's fight week here in Milan, Bellator 247. Just tell us how you're feeling at the moment.
Yeah, man, I just can't wait. Put so much work into it, and obviously I haven't fought in a year. So now I just want to get back in there. But as I said, that 1 year I worked so hard, especially the last few months since the lockdown. I've been putting mad work in, 10, 11 hours at the gym. And now I just can't wait to showcase my skills.
Good stuff. And you're 5-0 now in your career, 3-0 since you joined Bellator. How do you plan to keep that perfect record intact? And does it add a certain kind of added pressure?
I think there's always a pressure, whatever, even if you've got a loss or if you're unbeaten. I feel like it would just motivate me even more to train harder, work harder, so I can keep that oath. Yeah. And
speaking of that winning record, you got a great win last time out against Will Fleury in Dublin. What does another win do for you and your standing within the middleweight division?
I just want to show people my skills because I feel like I'm not underrated because I get to fight co-main event at 20, so I'm not underrated. But I feel like people still don't understand the level I'm on. And I mean, look, I've got a good relationship with Will. I still speak to him because we used to train together. But look at what he did this weekend. Like, he just went through someone, literally. He had a great performance. And look at how well I did against him. I think that just shows my levels.
All right, we will now turn this over to the media. Steve Jewin.
Thank you. And my first question for Mr. Novenyi is, speaking of Will Fleury and that previous card, that was headlined by 3 middleweight bouts, and here you are in the co-main event having a middleweight bout. What message are you looking to send to the entire middleweight division?
Yeah, I don't know. Listen, I don't care about anyone else. I just want to know that, like, people they'll get the message. If I put a performance, they will get the message. Like last time, when someone puts on a performance, people will get the message. So I'm not trying to send any message. Like, I just do myself, and my performance should send them a message. I don't know, whatever message they want to get, they will get it. You know, they can interpret it how they want it, but it's my performance that will send a message. It's not me.
You also mentioned the lockdown that you've been going through there, and we've all been going through around the world. So how much has that changed your training, and how have you been able to train as much as you would like?
Yeah, it was, in a way, to be fair, I'm not going to lie, I was quite happy with the lockdown in a way, because once I kind of got to get away from people and from daily life, so it was good. Also, I could bond with my little brother, little sister. I could train them, so it was quite nice. Also, it was more of a personal improvement during that time. As a person, as a man, I feel like I put a lot of effort into myself, as in like improving myself as a person. But yeah, training wise, I was doing mad miles. Like, I did let's say I do a 10K run, and then as soon as I'm done, I'm on my way to do a 60K bike ride, something like that. And I was just smashing my body up. And then when professional athletes could start training, but we still had to social distance. A good friend of mine actually let me and actually Mike Shipman and Aruna, they all Bellator guys. He let us train with him in the gym. Obviously with the right measurements. So we were doing a lot of CrossFit. So yeah, as I said, like during lockdown, I was just smashing my body and just trying to improve myself as a man, not only as a fighter.
All right, we look forward to seeing those improvements at Bellator 247. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Lewis.
As an undefeated fighter coming off your first decision win after submitting all of your past opponents, how much do you feel you still have to learn, if that's the case?
You always have to learn. It's mixed martial arts, and that's why it's so beautiful, because you can always learn. You can be the greatest master of all combat sports, and you will still learn something. I feel like in life you learn a lot of things, and that's kind of I feel like I find that's one of the meaning of life, to learn and to be a better man, better fighter, whatever you want to be. You need to learn and you need to have an open mind. So I've got a lot of things to learn. Especially, in fighting as well. Like, I've got such a long way to go still. So I'm just open-minded and I'm just listening to my coaches, and I'm just excited to learn new stuff in life and in fighting.
How different are you feeling this fight week?
Not that different, to be honest with you. As I said, I haven't fought in a year, so I'm super excited. I can't wait to. I worked so hard. I worked so hard. So I really do want to put on a great performance, especially because I'm co-main event. So I'm just super excited.
All right. Thank you, Norbert. Appreciate the time. Good luck the rest of the week.
Thank you.
Oh, actually, hold on one second. We have one more question here. Go ahead, Santiago.
Thank you, Norbert, for the time. Is MMA picking up in Hungary right now?
Yeah, I feel like it is. I'm not going to lie. There are two of us who was signed to Bellator, like two Hungarians. We're like the first Hungarians to be signed to these big organizations. So this is massive. And we getting we kind of get eyes on us and stuff like that. But to be honest with you, because I live in England and I don't really speak in Hungarian when I do interviews and stuff like that, I kind of feel like the Hungarian media is not really paying enough attention to me, but I don't mind. Like I always say that when I'm in Hungary or whatever, I always say that I don't care about just one country. I want to be, it's not that I want to be famous, but if I get to become a champion and famous, then I want the whole world to know about me. So if the whole world picks up on me, Hungary is part of the whole world, so they will pick up on me as well. So yeah, I'm just gonna try my best to be out there. You get what I mean?
Good luck on fight night, sir.
Thank you.
Gareth?
Hi, Norbert.
Hi.
Hi, Norbert. How are you doing?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
Very good, thank you. I was slightly concerned when you said you were smashing yourself in lockdown, yeah? Were there times when you actually had to slow down from doing it because you had so much time on your hands?
Yeah, listen, I posted on Instagram. I feel like the only time someone said to me that the only time you really feel alive when close to death. So the only time I kind of slowed down in that time when I couldn't walk. But yeah, I'm young, I'm crazy, I'm a bit crazy in that way. My body feels invincible. Well, actually, it doesn't feel invincible, but you get what I mean. I'm still young. I still think that everything's ahead of me. So, but like I said, I love it. Like, this is I love pushing my body to the limits. I'm not going to lie. That's why I like fighting as well. Because how many other sports can be like, and that's why I go into CrossFit and all these, when you can push your body like no one else does. And, you're aching and you want to give up, but you still keep going. That's to me, that's beautiful. And that's why I love it.
Do you, what did you make of the weekend and the middleweight main event?
Listen, I'm not going to lie. I just want Shipman to get those two guys. He deserves it, and he's an absolute beast. He had a great performance this weekend, I feel. And, he needed that as well. So I just want him. I don't even worry about them. I feel like Shipman's going to go there first, and I want him to go there first. It wasn't as great of a fight as I thought it was going to be, but, it's a fight. They're both tough guys. It is what it is. I'm not going to lie. I just want Shipman to get his hands on them.
Because obviously, what are you 4-0 at the moment? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're probably, you've been out for a year, but you're probably a year and a half, 5, 6 fights away from fighting those guys as well. Who would you most like to fight out of? Obviously, you're not going to fight Shipman. Who would you most like to fight out of? Whose style suits you best? The Edwards, Van Steenis, Salter, Lima, Musasi, Machida. Obviously you might not get those last 3 yet, but who would you?
This is actually, I'm not even gonna lie. This is mad. I'm turning oh mate, because just how you mentioned the possibility of me fighting these guys. This is sick. a couple of years ago, I was still watching the highlight videos. Now I'm in talks of fighting them. This is mad. But yeah, and that's like Machida and Musashi are legends, so that would be an honor for me to fight them. But yeah, as I said, I'm not really looking into, you know, when Bellator gives me the names and my coaches agree with it or whatever, I look into the guy. Like, I'm not going to look ahead at the moment. All I know, I will get a title. Whoever it is, I will have to beat them up. But yeah, my eyes on the title, not the person.
And just talk to us a little bit about your opponent on Saturday night. What are the dangers you face in this fight?
Listen, he's got a decent striking. He's going to come forwards. And, you know, these kind of guys have got that Algerian-Moroccan kickboxing style, you know, quite aggressive. So there's that danger that he can catch you out with a punch or a kick, whatever. But there's always that danger. I feel like if I'm myself and I do everything how I have to do it, then I can put a clinical performance. And that's, you know, I'm a perfectionist. So even my last fight against Will, I did well, but I feel like I've made a bit of a meal out of it. So this time I want to have a clinical performance. I want everything to be just right. But if I'm myself, and if I do what I know and everyone who knows me knows I can do, then it's just going to be a spectacular performance. But yeah, that's the only thing. If I'm, sorry, you know, sorry, my bad. But these mistakes are, you know, I can make a mistake and then he can capitalize on them. But that can happen with everyone. So I just have to be, as I said, clinical with everything.
Great. Thank you very much. Cheers, bud.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks again, Norbert. Appreciate the time and good luck the rest